and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
That one goes for 24 yards. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And this is a catch by Tfgo. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Bridgewater on first down. Buying time to his left. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity. Strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Teddy Bridgewater. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And he's able to put it through. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is. And this thing is blown up defensively. They will not get a throw-off on the trick play, and that'll go down as a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Hill. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
No, Jack, Patriot!
On 2nd and 10, Hill. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. Hill throwing once more. Complete. Smith has it. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn from 13 yards out. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's complete to Meredith. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And Watson has it right side. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And again, it's Bridgewater. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space.
Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas from 3 yards out. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Now Hill looking to throw on first, eluding the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it. Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over. The derriere dips, I like that one. Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. A very solid gain of 27.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They have a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Hill going back to the air on second down. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
First down, Bridgewater. Fighting a safety valve here. That's complete. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first and 10, Bridgewater. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Second down, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And Watson has it right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. From the gun, Bridgewater. And Gibbs got it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Looking long for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Hill now after the interception. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A final shot before break. Hill. Flush to his right. And he's going to let it go deep. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And where have we seen this before from Sean Payton?
That's ambush. We've seen that. What was it, Super Bowl 44?
44.
Right? New Orleans against the Indianapolis Colts. Right after the half, they get it done. I'm so sorry to jump in. I just violated partner and booth etiquette 101.
Right. If you come in with an ambush and you come in strong like that, I feel like it's justified. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 45 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Finds his man, Watson over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers. as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
2nd and 10. Hill again. And he's going to let it go deep. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for 2.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They go play action. Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Bridgewater now. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. To the air again with Bridgewater. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Anzalone coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. Throw left side taken in by Meredith. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Bridgewater to throw it. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Hill, a quick hitter, complete. It's Watson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They give him a gain of 37.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a second down. Hill now to throw. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with it.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. First and 10, Hill. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Hill. Saints. A great effort there from 21 yards away. And the Saints move back within a couple of the lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
It's brought in right side by Ginn. 19 yards that time for number 19. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Bridgewater on first down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. P.J. Williams with a pick. 30. Past the 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they throw an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second and 10, Hill. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Throwing on third down, Hill. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. Throwing again is Hill. Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Saints will have the football back. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. Yeah. But maybe with...
And down he goes! The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30. The 20. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10 clear on the other side of the field. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Alex Anzalone in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to break our fourth quarter tie. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. What do you think, Charles? Too big of a risk? I mean, why not just take the lead there here in the fourth?
I know many subscribe to the theory that fortune favors the bold. And in this situation, that was a bold move. Faking it in that situation.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Second down, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's third and short.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because...
He's got a man, complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Bridgewater again. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And give him a gain of 37.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block it. But short of that.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Zach Line, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Hill looks to throw. Flush to his right. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's 3rd down. Hill throwing once more. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Looking for Thomas, he's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Hill again. Finds his man. Watson over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now Hill looking to throw on first. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to let it go deep. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn, 48 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go.
A breakaway for Michael Thomas. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 63 yards. Bridgewater here to throw. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
Oh, he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cameron Jordan in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Now Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he is in for the touchdown with no time remaining. And Charles, we're a 2-point conversion away from overtime.
And that won't be easy. And understandably, this crowd is in an absolute frenzy. But they've got to back it off a little bit, let the guys operate, and they need to take a deep breath as well. They've still got to get a 2-point conversion in order to tie this one.
One last throw here for Hill. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.